Full time from the Accra Sports Stadium, a deserved 2-0 win for the Phobians, and Faisal still struggling with relegation. Controversial bits and incidents here and there. Of course, that will be reviewed, and we'll give you the full glut of matches and results played this weekend in the Ghana Premier League. 3 points for the Phobians, nothing for Faisal, and I think there at the end, Coach Boyd was suggesting that Faisal should not be where they are. The second half performance was very good. But why did they wait to the second half to start playing football, Coach?
Well, if you remember, I said earlier on that what they are doing in the first half, if they should come out of their shells, they are going to play good football. And I think that they gave Hasselhoff a very good run of their money. But I think Haas were very tactical. I mean, somebody was on point when he brought on Salifu Ibrahim, who came in for Victor Edu. And his presence on the field gave the trip to Hasselhoff. I mean, he was purposeful up front, he was pushing, and at the back, they were relaxed. You know, today, it's been a very long time since Adosua had his chance to play. And today, I think that he has shown that he is very good and he can play, and he can also calm the defense down when they are under pressure. For me, I think the midfield of Hasselhoff was excellent. You talk of Emmanuel Nete, Benjamin Afutu, and of course, Ibrahim Salifu, who won the man of the match. He's been excellent all day.
Selfless player. Good play today, man of the match.
Yes.
But Hassim Gorildi, the coach of Faisal, he was complaining about the referee. Maybe the penalty incident. He could have made a better case if Faisal had scored a goal or put more effort in the first half.
Yeah, the same incident happened when Afutu and then Salifu, when Hasselhoff were calling for a penalty. But when the replay came, we saw that Afutu hit the calf of Salifu. That's exactly what happened. Fatah, the captain for Hasselhoff, got his leg before the ball, and then the striker Zuberu just hit him. That was why the referee refused to take the ball as a penalty. But I'm sure if the coach have a replay of the incident, he will understand why the referee refused to take that penalty.
Yeah, here it is.
For me, I think that
look at where the referee was. He was quite a distance, but I'm sure he had a good enough view. First take, no chance of a replay, or from his assistant. So he just waved it off.
I said yesterday that probably they are communication gadgets, there are no batteries in them, because yesterday and today it seems they are not communicating.
Right.
Even in terms of the changing, the substitution, you saw what happened over there. I believe that Hasselhoff deserved this victory. I mean, they hit the wood bar 3 times. They had a couple of chances. The Futu had 2. Patrick Razak, we talk of Obindi, even before he scored. He has also made some chances. So
Esther, let's look at it carefully. I mean, it still looks like it wasn't. He impeded him.
Yes,
so
that's the way.
It's a close call. Look at this. Look here. There you go. He impeded him. So he put his leg there. So
we should have it from the other angle.
What's your take on this, Esther?
Well, I think that there was a contact, but as to whether it was feeble or not, that, because of how the angle is, we can't really tell. But obviously, there was a contact there between the defender and then Fatah and then the attacker. But it depends on the angle that you see it. But from where we sit, before penalties are awarded, obviously there has to be a contact. But whether it is minimal contact or perhaps it's not minimal.
But even if it's not minimal, it was enough to stop the momentum of the offending player.
Yeah.
Don't you give the offending player the advantage? No?
It depends. You could clearly see that the referee was not too much closer to where the incident happened, and that is whereby we were thinking that perhaps the assistant referee, on the other hand, could have supplemented his effort over there. But
we should give him the benefit of the doubt.
Let's give him the benefit of the doubt that perhaps he didn't see the action. Well, that was why he couldn't award the penalty.
If you're not sure, don't give it, coach.
Yeah, to be honest with you, there was an impediment on the part of Zuberu from Fatah. And I think that the referee should have awarded that penalty. Honestly, he impeded it because the player was about to shoot the ball. There were 2 defenders. Fatah was running in, and of course, Muhammad Al-Hassan. And for me, he just caught the player before he had the ball.
It was a bold decision by the referee not to give it, though.
Well, I mean, as I've said, what I've seen now, he impeded the player, he impeded the striker.
Interesting.
And I'm saying that, look, they have to go back and then look at it.
But coach might have a point because he has had the benefit of seeing the ball itself and knowing that indeed there was a contact. But the referee was afar off and he couldn't clearly tell whether there was that kind of maximum contact enough that warranted that penalty. But going into the game, I think that Accra had to folk today. Though they had 2 goals, they could have scored more. They did quite well. They dominated the game since the blast of the whistle from the first half. They entered into the second half, and then they were superb in the second half. The introduction of Daniel Barnier into the game really changed the kind of pace and then the decision-making of Accra had to focus so far as getting a goal for them was concerned. They did very well. You could see from the assist that he gave that resulted in the first goal, and then he himself getting that assist from Salifu in order for him to get a goal as well. But they did well. Individual brilliance on the part of all the players. Teamwork also was at play. But I think it's high time Patrick Razak becomes a little bit precise. His indecisiveness is becoming too much. The razzmatazz is just too much. I understand the fact that if you are a player who has gotten that dancing feet, there is a temptation for you to give your best to impress perhaps the supporters over there. But don't forget that you have an ultimate interest, an ultimate goal, and that has to do with that you need to get the goals. So he's good when he gets the ball, but his final delivery is always very poor. He ends up losing the ball so poorly, who shouldn't be. If he has gotten that kind of skill, he has gotten that dancing feat, then he should make it much, much more purposeful than he is doing now.
Yeah, Barney getting that goal there, but in the end, Hearts deserved it. Chances, possession, penetration, they did all of it.
Oh, of course. In terms of penetration, as the coach said, Salifu had...
Samuel Burdu said.
Samuel Burdu, that's right.
Penetration passes from Salifu. You need to have the confidence and the boldness to penetrate and give those passes. So I think that it was good. For me, he deserves the man of the match.
Not an offside.
Not at all. Hasselhoff deserved the victory because today they played well.
A very penetrating pass there, right through. And here, he pauses. And his mind was to pass and give the assist.
He paused because the goalkeeper stood. The goalkeeper didn't move.
Or perhaps he wasn't sure.
The goalkeeper stayed, he moved. He was watching the free coming. So if you could see, after the ball went into the net, he raised his hand. He thought that it was an offside from a free Barnier.
He wasn't making a movement because he thought it was an offside.
Perhaps he was.
Perhaps that was what Danlad was thinking, that perhaps it was an offside, so he wasn't going to make a movement. And he realized that the referee was getting closer to where they were, and then Salifu ended up giving a pass to Mefi, that resulted in a goal before he wanted to act. But I think he didn't move because he thought it was an offside. Yes.
Okay, so Hearts win, Olympics win, Kotoko win, Midiama draw, and the top of the table will be very interesting. I know the game in Cape Coast did not end. Second half action, was brought to an abrupt end because the referee says he felt threatened, intimidated. We're still waiting for details, but the referee's reports and the match commissioner's reports should tell us more. It's not a good thing to happen on this particular day that we're marking the 20th anniversary of May 9th, and a match ends abruptly because the referee feels threatened.
It's very bad. I mean, you also happened at Doma during the first half when the referees were getting to their dressing rooms. And what we heard from Cape Coast, for me, it's very bad. It doesn't speak well of our football. And I believe that within 24 hours, the FA should come out with something. Because I'm sure the referees and the match commissioners will take their report. And within 24 hours, we should have the action from the FA before Wednesday and Thursday games comes on.
Sheikh Tufik says, as at the 75th minute, he said the change of Adu for a free was superbly tactical. Was that the trump card in the end for us to seal the victory?
I said it right here that it was good for Coach Boadu. I think he had it right by bringing on a free Barnier. And when he came to his first touch was the pass that went to Obinjinia that hit the crossbar. And afterwards, he also had a perfect penetrating pass from Salifu, and it resulted in Victor's goal, Obin's goal. So it was an excellent substitution from Samuel Boadu. He had it right, and I think that this is what Asufuka is expecting from him.
Awesome. All right, so we'll take a look at the full results and also how the table stands now in a second. But before then, it means that the title race at the top is getting still. There's nobody tearing away.
41-40.
No clear gap.
41, 40, 40, 37, 37. The 5 teams, anybody can win the Ghana Premier League. We have 11 matches to go.
And hearing from the man of the match, he says clearly, yes, we are determined. We want to win the league.
Yeah. When you go to the teams like Ashanti Gold, they will tell you they also want to win the league.
They drew today.
But they will tell you they want to win the league. Teams are even at 30 points, wants to win the league. If you are 41 difference, 11 points, you have 11 matches to go. Anything can happen.
Surprised Midiama could not get a 3 points against Liberty today.
Well, they created the chances though, but they couldn't convert them. I mean, in football, you create the chances and you don't score. At the end of the day, you'll be laughing on the wrong side of your mouth. Midiama wanted this win very badly to maintain their top spot because come Thursday they'll be playing Wafa at Takwa. Whilst Kotoko will stay at Obuasi to play Ebusua Dwarfs. Hasselhoff will be trekking to Bichim to play Bichim United. So,
Dwarfs and Kotoko will be a tricky game.
Of course, by the end of the day, Kotoko felt at home. They feel they dominate. Apart from Midiama, they've learned a lesson from what Midiama came to do to them at Obuasi. And Midiama going back to play Wafa at Takwa. They will also be thinking of what Wafa went to do to Bilkum Chelsea at Bilkum. So for me, it's very dicey, though Kotoko has come back on top of the league. And then we have Olympics, which have 40 points. We have Midiama 40 points, Hasselhoff 37, Karela 37. It tells you how strong and how difficult Ghana Premier League has been.
So, confirmation there, with the exception, obviously, of the match that was interrupted, Ibisuan Dwarfs and Lagos Cities in Cape Coast. All the matches ended successfully, and of course, Great Olympics, Kotoko, all coming away with wins. Inter Allies as well, beating the Sharks by 2-0. Not too sure whether it's too little, too late, but the 11 matches, a lot of points still to be won. Karela also have bounced back. They beat Bichim United by 2-1, and Liberty drew goalless with Midiama. So Gakope, I believe, Midiama will feel they should have gotten the 3 points. Liberty themselves will be happy that they didn't lose that game. Adriana pipped Brecum Chelsea by 1-0, and then Ashgold 1-1 against 11 Wonders. Ashgold led for most of that game. Hearts of Oak, as we just saw, beating Kim Faisal by 2-0. Faisal's relegation woes continue. They're in trouble. They are seriously in trouble, and it continues like that. If the points are given to Lagos Cities, that would give them some reprieve, but we're not too sure if that would happen.
They will move to 26 points. So if you can watch or have a look at the bottom place teams.
Yep. Yeah, let's take a look at the bottom, but obviously we'll get that sorted out obviously during the week. We've got more matches coming up during the week. It's getting tight, intense.
Yeah.
And if you slip, you're in trouble.
Of course. I mean, the teams are aware. That was why Salifu is bold to say that, look, from the top to where had to focus, the difference is 3-2. And if you have 2 matches, you are gone.
Okay. Outstanding player for you this weekend. Which player stood out for you?
Honestly, I'll give it to Salifu. I mean, what he played today, what I saw him do today.
Not your friend Fabio Gama?
Well, Fabio did very well, but what Salifu did today in terms of his corner kicks, his free kicks, his contribution to the victory of Hasselhoff, Fabio Gama did very well. And it was, I think, once in the blue moon in the game, the pass that he gave for the cross for Vinicius to finish off. But for Salifu, look at the way he chipped the ball past defenders for Salifu Ibrahim to also bring it for
Esther, what about you?
Very fantastic.
Awaku on Friday.
Gladson Awaku on Friday.
Right.
How he marshaled the team of Olympics, going all the way to Sugakope, the fortress of Wafa, and then ending up with such a victory. I would say that he happens to be my player of the week so far.
Okay, all right, guys. I'm sure the discussion will continue. Thanks for joining us, being company as always. Sunday to Sunday, bumper to bumper, there's something for you to enjoy from the only league that matters, the Ghana Premier League. Big thanks to Scouts coach Eben Sifa, as well as to Esther Abankwa. I'm Jan Pufangra. Have a great week. More action to come this week on the GPL on Star Times channel 247. Bye for now.